Tonight on CBS, Sammo Hung and Chuck Norris, two martial arts masters, come together for the first time ever in a 2-hour martial law Walker spectacular. Tonight on CBS. 51 laps complete at Daytona. Kenny Irwin stopped on lap 48. Joe Nemechek lap 49. Lap 50, Adam Petty, Bobby Hamilton, and Mark Green make pit stops. Battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the Speedway. Kenny Wallace, number 25, left side of your screen, has now moved up to the 4th spot. That's Terry Labonte, number 44. Buckshot Jones, the red car, and Randy LaJoie's in it as well.
Chase Salter in the 43 there, just behind the two you were just talking about. And these guys have been going at it like, and Randy LaJoie, the winner of the race last year here in the number 1 car.
Add to that Pat Casey Atwood, the 19-year-old, the number 27. And they're side by side for 2nd spot, Harvick and Purvis, number 4.
Ron Hornaday.
Oh, trouble.
One car spinning across the racetrack to pit road. Here comes another into the grass. Hillen is spinning. Borkowski spinning, and Kenny Irwin drives through the grass to miss them both. Caution is out.
Kenny Irwin has a lot of damage to the front of his car, and you can see a lot of damage there on Borkowski's car.
Boy, a good break for those who were about to pit and had not pitted. Bad break for those who just had pitted a few laps ago.
This is Kenny Irwin's front view. Bell South Mobility Cam, and you see the damage to the front of his car. This is Mike Borkowski's number 20. And Irwin is going to climb out.
And they had just made pit stops, or Irwin had just made a pit stop.
And all that smoke you could see in Kenny Irwin's car, that was tire smoke where he'd been round and round down the front straightaway here and filled the inside of the race car up with smoke.
Kenny's okay. He's one of 8 drivers in this race that'll run in the 500 tomorrow. The rest of the field comes to the caution flag, and once the pits are open, should this bring everyone in, Ned?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it, because many of them were scheduled for pit stops certainly within the next 10 laps. And you had a number of drivers. You mentioned Nemechek, Adam Petty, and Kenny Irwin. Of course, Kenny's out of it now. Dave Steele has made a pit stop. Tony Raines have been in and out of the pits. And so it's a bad break for those who made the green flag pit stops.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at this. Well, Kenny Irwin there in the middle. Bobby Hillen on the outside there. He gets a little tap as they start out of the corner in the 8 car. See Borkowski there fighting to get control back into Kenny Irwin and into the outside wall as they spin towards the grass down the front straightaway.
Hard to see if Hillen came down or Borkowski came way up the racetrack. Might have been a little of both. Let's watch from Kenny Irwin's on board and see.
Oh, yeah, I think the weight bar went up the racetrack.
Ow!
Kenny Irwin, who had just come out of the pits a lap before, was right in the middle of it.
And managed to avoid sliding back up onto the racetrack. From trackside. And again, watch the 20 car on the bottom.
That's arrow push as they start off. That's the same thing that happened in the Bud shootout the other day when the 40 car Sterling Marlin went up and made contact on the car outside of him.
Mike Borkowski's from Middlebury, Connecticut. He's a graduate and former champion of SCCA Sports 2000. He and fellow Indy Lights driver Chris Simmons climbed the ladder together. And this year Borkowski's veered off to go full-bodied stock car racing. This is Bobby Hillen's car being worked on pit road.
And it looked like you're going to have to do a lot of work with that car to get the hood where it'll just stay on the car. You can see it's very flimsy back there where the fender's been peeled off.
And of course it'll kill his aerodynamic package. And he just can't be competitive. Pit road is still closed. A couple of cars came in, including Phil Parsons, when they came around the last time, but the leaders did not come in.
And we're under caution here at Daytona. The guy who gets tomorrow's news today is back with an all-new episode. Is someone after Gary's new girlfriend, or is she after Gary's money? Be surprised by an all-new early edition. That's tonight on CBS.
You know, Mike, one reason the cars didn't come in, when you have that much debris on the racetrack, you wait until the people go out there and clean up the racetrack, and then you come in and get the fresh tires. You don't want to put fresh tires on it, go back out there and run through all that metal that they're picking up right now.
Ralph Sheheen.
Mike, the 4 of Jeff Purvis is just running out of gas out on the racetrack right now, and they're hoping that they're going to open pit road this time by so that he can come down. And they have the fuel and the tires all set to go. He says he's planning on coming down one way or the other, whether the pit road's open or not, because he is going to be out of gas by the time he gets back around.
There are some workers out at the entrance of pit road, and that was one of the reasons they didn't open pit road the last time. Let's see if they will this time around.
And they do, Ned. There's the NASCAR official who stands behind the inside pit wall, protected there by that high concrete wall and a lot of steel cables. And the green flag that he now waves indicates not that the race is restarted, but that pit road is open.
And you could all see all the front cars there ran through that corner on the flat because they're getting low on fuel, and the pickup is on the right-hand side of that gas tank.
Jason Leffler may be out of gas. And here they all come to pit. Dick Bergman.
Ron Hornaday was ready to come in at any rate, but this caution flag could not have been timed more perfectly for him. His car is just a little bit loose. Tail end is hanging out, coming off the corners. They're going to put a half a round of wedge in it, make some adjustments with tire pressure, and he'll be out of here. To Ralph.
Mike Gittin and Dave Hansen go to work on the right side of Jeff Purvis's number 4 machine. They've changed those tires. Now they go to work on the left side. This car's been very tight. They want to make an air pressure adjustment to this car. Bill Stevens.
Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth are both in at the same time. Both crews making changes on the tire pressures. 4 tires on both cars. Fuel going in. It's Harvick who's away first. And there goes Matt Kenseth.
Kenseth will come out 5th or 6th of those that pitted under this caution flag. Now, Joe Nemechek had just pitted. He was one of the fastest cars, but Nemechek will either be a lap down or the tail end of the lead lap when we go back to racing because the cars overlapped him under green prior to this caution flag coming out. So 55 laps are complete. The Napa 300 at Daytona. We'll be right back.
CBS Sports presentation of the Napa Auto Parts 300 is sponsored by Napa. Why do you need genuine Napa replacement parts? Because some things can't be replaced. Excedrin Migraine for migraine pain relief. And by freeinternet.com. Get totally free internet access because the internet was meant to be free.
Welcome back to Daytona, where we're under caution for the second time today at 56 laps. Jason Leffler has finally coasted onto pit road. The crew pushed him into his stall. They're going to fuel him up and try to get him back out after 4 fresh tires and a tank of gasoline. Phil Parsons working there as well. Well, Ned Jarrett, have we seen the kind of patience that the NASCAR officials asked the drivers to exhibit today?
Basically, yes, Mike. We've seen a couple of incidents out there where patience did not take over where it should have, and as a result, we had caution flags. But with the cars bouncing around as much as we have seen some of them bouncing around this part of the race, I think that they've done pretty well.
22 gallons of gas, that's 150 pounds at the back of these cars. Buddy, did you see these cars handling a lot differently at the end of a long fuel run than at the beginning?
Yes, I did, and I noticed everybody in the field did something to their car to balance it, trying to get it better. And you can count on one thing: some cars that might not have been up to full song, they'll be better now because they did get to work on them.
For some of these teams, it's the first time they've had a chance to make adjustments on pit road, and you see the official indicating 1 lap to go, and we'll go back to green. Ralph?
A lot of the crew chiefs and crew members of the NASCAR Winston Cup division have been down here looking at the tires, getting ready for tomorrow. Greg Zipadelli, crew chief for Tony Stewart's entry in tomorrow's Daytona 500, taking a look at the tires off of Jeff Purvis's car. In talking to these gentlemen, they're all saying the tires look good on long distance runs and should be even better tomorrow because there'll be more rubber laid down on the racetrack.